Nice. All right, getting the hang of this. This is the third one of these today already. Oh, this thing is shaking too much. I need to stabilize it. But today, now, we're talking about what is your philosophy of health? And how do we develop our own philosophy? So, first, we should define health. What is health? What is disease? And what do we define as true health? And where does health come from? When we contemplate these three questions, then we can start to form our philosophy, which is really going to give us a lens to interpret our signs and symptoms from. So the issue that people have is that the philosophy of allopathy or traditional medical doctor thinking has taken over the societal definition of what we perceive health to be. So they'll say, oh, maybe I have to somehow turn off the sound. See, learning. But they'll say that as long as there are no symptoms, that you are healthy. But we will say in the holistic side that you can only be healthy when you're at a maximum of ease. So dis-ease is a lack of ease. And so health is maximal ease, optimal ease, having the highest amount of ease. Instead of fighting against what's wrong, we will promote and move toward what is right. What we do here with these meetings is we want to build your way of thinking of health from a perspective of ease instead of seeing health as a lack of disease. So that's probably the number one question here in, how do you develop your own health philosophy? Well, first, you should look at what you'd see health as being. What is health? And contemplate where health comes from. So health is not for sale, and it cannot be purchased in some way or obtained from an outside source. There are things that can stabilize you and bring you back into homeostasis. For instance, we could give you a blood transfusion if you're low on blood or if you had a cut or something, or we could put a cast on a broken limb in order to help it to be aligned so that it can heal itself. But in the end, it's always going to be that the bones have to come together, and then there has to be some sort of a healing that connects it. Because although we could surgically reattach things, for instance, unless you're going to always have those staples there, unless you're always going to have that bracing there, eventually those cells have to intertwine and create new bonds. So, and that would be the actual healing. So, and healing occurs when old damaged cells are replaced by new healthy cells. A lot of times what happens is we have old damaged cells that are incapable of proper function hanging around too long, and we need those cells to dismantle themselves or somehow remove themselves to make space for new healthy cells to replace. So, that is the basic thing that we're doing, for instance, with the K laser. Your body is made up of different parts and microscopic and macro, and there's all kinds of things happening going on at the same time. It's the cumulative coming together of all of these functions that make it work. So just wanted to do a short one on this, and we'll keep talking to you guys later.